Hello and welcome back to Digital Asset Daily. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in your corner of the world. I have a few articles I'd like to discuss. Obviously, I love sharing how Ripple and Stellar connect and how they're basically just integrated and interoperable throughout the world. So we're going to basically dive in from that perspective. And then I'm going to share a few articles in the news that I think are very bullish and very exciting, and I'm going to let you see the way that I view it. Right off the bat, Akon sees a future of Africa and cryptocurrencies. So one of the recurring themes when talking about cryptocurrencies is the role they can play in the developing world. Well, for many crypto influencers, it is in Latin America and African countries, and we know Ripple and Stellar are all over Africa, where crypto assets will find greater acceptance as these nations do not have solid currencies to trust. And for that reason, singer Akon sees the future of Africa and cryptocurrencies, as he commented on Binance Blockchain Week. And then into the cryptocurrencies in Africa. Africa has never known the level of stability that first world countries have, which generates great challenges but also great opportunities for blockchain tech on the continent. Now, a recent article here, the Stripe names digital currency advocate former BOE Governor Carney to the board. Now, Mark Carney used to be the Bank of England former governor, and now he's joining with the board of Stripe, which is a U.S.-based digital payments company. And I'm going to go into that shortly, but Carney stepped down from the regulatory perch last year after opening the door for central bank innovation in digital currencies. The very nature of commerce has changed over the past decade, Carney said in a press release, and I look forward to supporting Stripe over the coming years as they build the global infrastructure that enables the internet to become the engine for strong and inclusive economic growth. Now, here's where I want to get into the perspective here where he further argued that a private synthetic currency could be a better alternative to another fiat currency such as the yuan or the pound, replacing the US dollar, while CBDC, a central bank digital currency, poses a number of opportunities. It could raise significant challenges for maintaining monetary and financial stability, he said before leaving office. But now Stripe has an interesting, if mixed, relationship with cryptocurrencies. After 3 years of offering Bitcoin support, the company ditched the cryptocurrency as a payment option in 2018. And that's the part where I'm most interested. Because what do you have here? You have a Stellar Stripe anchor. And what that is, then the basically the USD anchors, as there aren't many of them around. And no surprise, dealing with dollars is hard, but hopefully some serious financial institutions will come around to Stellar in time. But for now, small businesses have some tools to deal with money. One such tool is the Stripe API. And in fact, using Stripe, you can run an entire anchor, which takes deposits and withdrawals. And once an anchor, you ask, and then a link here directly to stellar.org. Let's pop into that. The Stellar anchors are the on and off ramps of the Stellar network. And now moving on to the next article here, all the way back, I'm going to show you the connection since 2014. Since Stripe's earliest days, we believe the world needs simpler and more open protocols for moving money. We've launched our Bitcoin beta 4 months ago, and we recently published some of our thoughts around cryptocurrencies. Today, we're excited to see the launch of Stellar, a new open source project and nonprofit organization to which we've provided seed funding. And Stellar is like Bitcoin, is a decentralized payment network, but unlike Bitcoin, it supports transactions in arbitrary currencies. You can use dollars, euros, bitcoins, or anything else, and Stellar implements something very close to the idealized IP layer for money. The idea we described last week. You can find more details and obtain your first Stellars, the network's native currency, by reading their launch post. Then here we have another article with the Stellar Stripe, or relationship. And Stripe was the first organization to back Stellar, and its reasons for doing so are interesting to examine. And again, all of these, I'm just highlighting some things that show their connections and a little bit of the reasoning why, but you can feel free to click the links below in the description below, as they will always be included in every video for your further research and reading if you're interested. But Stripe considered working with Jed McCaleb when Stripe attempted to buy Ripple Labs. After that deal fell through and McCaleb left Ripple, Stripe gave $3 million to the Stellar Development Foundation, SDF, in exchange for 2 billion lumens, and any net profits from the sale of Stripe's lumens would be returned to SDF. And then you have the Stellar and Stripe integration. Connect your Stellar account to Stripe so you can start accepting payments. Stripe 501c3 nonprofit organization. And again, that as well as Stellar is a nonprofit organization. So that's to me, when I see that, let's go back to that before I finish. When I read this article here, Stripe names digital currency advocate, former BOE Governor Carney, to the board. I get very excited for XLM Investments and for Stellar, the company, because Stellar was always ready to be the currency, the global currency. Although I do believe each country will have their own CBDC. On the retail level, you will have Stellar really dialed in and connected to the central banks and to the stable coins as currency. And you're going to have on the wholesale level, you're going to find you're going to find Ripple, and the retail will be on Stellar. Now, what I want to get into, because I find it extremely bullish also, Ripple is now registered as a Wyoming business. If you followed Wyoming at all, it is very, very, very crypto friendly. And they've been allowing a lot of regulatory clarity within their state. Here's my thought. Ripple's struggling with the U.S. Why not register your company in the most crypto-friendly state within the U.S.? Because as you know, states can have a little bit more power where the federal may say no, the state may say yes, and it can override within their each individual state. So I think what might happen here is if they don't get regulatory clarity directly from the entire United States, I think they will probably start in Wyoming, which is the most crypto-friendly, and start moving state to state until basically the U.S. itself has to give clarity, which is already finding within those states. Then I believe the world will follow. And maybe they only need one state. We'll follow this closely to see how it ends up. But let's get into the article just a little bit. Let's pull open right here the link directly to the whole full article. Ripple now registered as a Wyoming business, so more crypto companies are realizing Wyoming as a better domicile than Delaware due to our crypto-friendly laws, said Caitlin Long. And that's actually where I found the article, was Caitlin had shared it earlier on Twitter. So the blockchain-based payments firm Ripple Labs has now registered a business in Wyoming, and according to records from the Wyoming Secretary of State, Ripple Markets, WYLLC's status as a local business is listed as active after an initial filing in February of 2020. And a limited liability company in Wyoming, Ripple's registered agent, will be based in Cheyenne. So more crypto companies are realizing Wyoming is better domicile than Delaware due to our crypto-friendly laws, said Caitlin Long on Twitter. So I think this is very exciting, very bullish, and very great move forward for Ripple and for the actual digital asset space. And, moving forward, remember, guys, this is not financial advice. It's for entertainment purposes only. But before we go, I want to leave you with a final thought. A winner is a dreamer who never gives up. And also, too, I want to say thank you to Surf and Gary Davidson, our VIP Patreons. But, guys, I think things are moving forward in a creative way. If they couldn't get the entire regulatory clarity as they were looking, they'll do it state by state, because already 95% of the Ripple Labs business is outside of the U.S. So once they have the additional U.S. regulatory clarity, I believe the rest of the globe will follow suit, and I believe it will basically take off like we've never even imagined. All right, guys, much love, and we'll catch you in the next one.